Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech. This week, it feels like AI is escaping the cloud and landing right in our laps. And I mean that pretty literally. We're talking about it moving from your browser all the way to, well, your bathroom.
So yeah, this week, technology wasn't just some abstract thing happening on a server farm somewhere. Nope. It was in our cars, our bathrooms, and even our politics. Let's get into it.
So here's what's on the docket. First, we'll look at the big dogs of tech fighting for AI supremacy. Then, we're going to see how tech is getting really personal. After that, some cool everyday upgrades. And finally, we'll hit the brakes for a reality check on some of the risks that come with all this power.
All right, first up, the AI race. And believe me, it is heating up. We've got major new stuff launching and, well, it looks like some of the biggest names in the game might be struggling to keep up.
So check this out. OpenAI just dropped its ChatGPT Atlas browser. And this isn't just another Chrome or Firefox. Think about it. Your old browser was for finding stuff. This new wave of AI browsers, they're about doing stuff. We're talking about an assistant that can book a dinner reservation or edit a document for you without you ever leaving the page. It's a huge shift in what a browser even is.
And of course, OpenAI's arrivals aren't just sitting around. Anthropic rolled out this new feature called Claude Skills. And honestly, it's a potential game changer for anyone who hates repetitive work. You can basically teach Claude to do things your way. You give it some instructions, maybe a brand guide or a template, and boom, you've got a mini assistant that can handle your specific, tedious tasks. Imagine never having to format that weekly report again.
But you know, in any race, there are leaders and there are those who are struggling. And it looks like Apple might be in that second group right now. A new report from Bloomberg says that even Apple's own employees are worried about the performance of the new Siri. You know, the big Siri 2.0 update we've been hearing about forever? It seems like getting this AI stuff right is proving to be a really, really tough nut to crack, even for a giant like Apple.
Okay, so we've talked about software. But now, let's shift gears, because this tech is jumping off the screen and into the physical world, into our homes, and even our bodies. And this is where things get really intimate.
And when I say intimate, I mean life-changing. Just look at this number, 80%. That's the percentage of participants in a groundbreaking study who got some of their vision back. We're talking about people with a specific kind of blindness who, thanks to a tiny implant and some smart glasses, could see again. That is just wow. Absolutely incredible.
I mean, that kind of progress is amazing, right? It's undeniably a huge force for good, but it also opens up a huge can of worms and makes us ask a really important question. As tech gets this close, this personal, where do we draw the line?
And speaking of drawing lines, how about this? Kohler, the faucet company, has a new $599 smart device. It's a camera that you clip onto your toilet. I'm not kidding. It analyzes what's in the bowl to give you health insights about your gut health and hydration. On one hand, that's pretty wild health tech. On the other hand, it's a camera in your toilet sending data somewhere. It definitely raises some very personal privacy questions. This whole privacy tension isn't just about weird gadgets either. It's hitting the legal system. Take this proposed bill in Michigan. It's looking to ban a whole bunch of online content. But here's the kicker. The bill also wants to ban VPNs, the very tools that millions of people use to protect their privacy online.
And this really gets to the heart of the problem, right? The lawmakers might be trying to stop people from getting around content bans, but in the process, they could be taking away a crucial tool from everyone else. I mean, think about it. People use VPNs for totally normal, important stuff, like keeping their bank info safe on coffee shop Wi-Fi or just stopping their internet provider from spying on them. It's a classic case of a solution causing a whole new set of problems.
All right, let's bring it back to stuff we use every day. How are all these fancy AI and connectivity trends actually showing up in our cars and phones?
Well, for starters, look at the new 2025 Toyota Prius plug-in hybrid. It's getting really good at that whole gas-electric balancing act. You can get up to 44 miles on just the battery, which for a lot of us is the entire daily commute. No gas needed. And get this. There's an optional solar roof that helps power things. Pretty cool. And if you're a Tesla owner, your app just got a nice upgrade. There's a new maintenance tab that basically tells you exactly what your car needs and when. Tire rotations, air filters, you name it. It even gives you a cost estimate and tells you how much life is left on parts. It kind of takes the mystery out of car maintenance, which is awesome.
And real quick on the phone front, Google is picking 15 lucky fans to test out secret unreleased Pixel phones. Super exclusive. And Samsung is apparently going to make our lives a little easier by getting rid of the confusing Pro name on its next base model Galaxy. Finally, some simplification.
Okay, so we've seen all this cool, exciting progress. But now we have to talk about the other side of the coin, the darker side. We have to talk about how AI is being used in politics.
There's this term that's been popping up a lot this week, AI slop, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's just low quality, sometimes nonsensical, often misleading content that's been churned out by an AI to flood social media. The goal seems to be to just drown out any real conversation with a fire hose of junk.
Now, I'm just going to report what our sources say here, staying completely neutral. This week, we saw political figures and party accounts sharing AI-generated content. For example, there was a video showing former President Trump in a military jet. There was also a deepfake video, that's where AI is used to make it look like someone said or did something they never did, of Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. The use of this stuff was defended by Speaker Mike Johnson as being satire, but it's kicked off a huge debate about where you draw the line between satire and straight-up misinformation.
And this isn't just a political squabble online, it has real-world fallout. That video with former President Trump, it used the song Danger Zone. Well, the artist, Kenny Loggins, was not happy about it. He put out a public statement saying he never gave permission, would have denied it if asked, and demanded they take it down. It really throws a spotlight on all the copyright and ethical problems that come with just grabbing stuff to use in AI content.
So, we've seen the good, the bad, and the, let's be honest, kind of bizarre. And it all brings us to one big final question.
As AI weaves itself into basically everything, our browsers, our cars, our health, our politics, who's in charge of drawing the line? Is it on the companies that are building it? Is it up to the governments to regulate it? Or in the end, does it come down to us, the people actually using it, to be smart and careful? That's the big question, and we're all going to have to figure out the answer, probably sooner than we think. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.